Hello, hello, hello. How low can you go? So, the last couple of days, I've been going through feelings, processing. Yeah, sometimes I get the question or the advice, uh, which they mean well, of course. Ah, you look so tired or sad, or you feel heavy. And this has nothing to do with me. And of course, I can understand that it might feel this way to them. But again, that's not me. I've just been noticing feelings like, let me give some examples. um, Loneliness after the breakup. And yeah, if you're new to the channel, to this channel, I've made, I think it started way back when I did the daily live reports. There's a playlist, uh, and I think I already started talking about the breakup going on at that moment, because it was over a period, over a longer period, and the pressure cooker trilogy, which is like right in the middle of the heavy part, and not in the right place, also a playlist. But for me, not in the right place, these couple of videos, they they're just showing me going through the process. The other ones as well, but this one specifically, because what do we usually do when we have feelings we don't want to feel? So, like the example of loneliness, the during the breakup, and this breakup has been going on for a longer time than uh, even this channel exists, because it already started way back, uh, when I realized this relationship feels like or looks like what they call a twin flame relationship, and I already knew we're gonna walk our path together for a while and then go our separate ways. And of course, there's always uh, so very, very human ideas, beliefs, thought systems. Um, I hope it's gonna go like this, or I wish it's not gonna uh, be painful, or we're gonna separate as friends. But like I say in pretty much all my videos, these are just stories. They only become reality, they only become real when you feed into those stories. So again, the loneliness. If I uh, well, let's just assume that it is loneliness, because loneliness in itself is, it's also a story. It's a program. It's a thought form. It's something that can exist on its own, like almost an entity. Loneliness, fear, and all these other things. I might even say it's a program. So first, when I label it loneliness, when I noticed that I labeled it as loneliness, then yeah, it made sense. It was like, yeah, of course, we've been together for 5 years. We've yeah, we've been like this, very close, sharing every day, everything. But that's the thing, a story that makes sense. For a lot of people, this is the reason why they believe the story, because it makes sense. But if I dig a little deeper and totally allow myself to just feel uh, what I'm feeling, so not to feel that feeling, not to feel that feeling of loneliness, no, just feeling, allowing the feeling to be there. Then I noticed, but this is not just loneliness, or maybe it is not even loneliness. Could very well be just grief. But again, all these labels that we stick onto our feelings is an attempt to fix it, is some form of attempt to make it easier, or to make it better, or to have it make sense. And I think this is also a very masculine thing. We like to put things in boxes. Yes, someone on a TED talk once explained, men, they think in boxes. Um, they can talk about one box, football, for example, or women, all night. This this one box, and generalized, right? And women are more like I still don't know the English word. When you do knitting with the wool and then it's all tangled up. This is how women think. So if you touch upon one thread, buying shoes, then that's also attached to uh, him not being there for you and not have enough money, and no, everything is connected. And yeah, my eyelashes. And the house is not big enough. So the feeling that was there, as soon as I noticed that I wanted, or there was the inclination to put it in the box loneliness, it felt sort of okay again. And now I know what it is. Okay, I'm okay again. No, because the feeling did not resolve. The feeling did not change. And to me, that's like a signal something wants to be felt or experienced that's, uh, let's say, underneath that feeling, or is connected to that feeling. But again, it's the whole thing of trying to box it, trying to label it, trying to make 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 sense of it. If I let go of the label loneliness, it's leaking here. If I let go of the label loneliness, then I could feel this goes way deeper. So another way of expressing this is, I could sense, or maybe I use my higher knowing or my claircognizant, my inner knowing. This is not personal. This is happening on the soul level. And again, that's also still just a label, a container. It's a way of trying to. I think you get it now. I hope you get it by now. So, um, it's on and off. It's not like I feel like this all the time, or I have these feelings all the time, or I'm in this state of being all the time. No, it fluctuates. It's like a river. Here when there's rain, and Ubud is like on a mountain slope. So when there's lots of rain in the north, then the river below my balcony. The rain has already stopped, but it sounds like the rain is still going on because it's the river like. So first there's the rain, and yeah, I might not even here it might not rain because the raining is happening over there, and I live here right here. So here's the rain happening. I don't even notice. Here's the sun is shining, but suddenly here I hear the river like, which sounds like rain. So what I'm been feeling, I find it difficult to put words to this because every time I choose a word like feeling, it already to me it feels like a container, it feels like a label, it feels like an explanation. Even wanting to explain, so what do I do, then it feels like a doing. It's more of a being. So no matter whether you label them as feelings or sensations, or there's something happening, there's something going on, I notice the mind trying to label it, try to make sense of it. I noticed at some point, no, this is on a deeper level, this is on the soul level, this is pain connected with my soul, which my soul has experienced over several lifetimes, or souls. Maybe I'm not just a single soul, or maybe I didn't choose a single soul, but a collection of souls. Some call this the oversoul. And But all these explorations, they could very well be an attempt to fix it, to do something about it, to do something with it. And that is, in general, keeping us from being in the here now. Because, yeah, just ask yourself the simple question whenever you have like a feeling and you don't know what you're actually feeling, usually we go uh, into the past. We start digging into our past, like what happened before that I'm now feeling this way. Uh, that's another way of making sense of it, of finding a reason. But in general, I am just the I am. Uh, I noticed all the while I'm filming this, uh, the need to explain it. But yeah, I think that's part of this channel, part of the role I'm playing here. Yeah, I remember Tom, my friend Tom from the Broken Mirror channel. Uh, it almost sounded like he was challenging me, or you know, poking a little. It's so easy to go into these bypasses, these spiritual, I call them spiritual bypasses. But let's leave the spiritual part out, just call it the bypass. In general, I experience whatever I experience not as something wrong, not as something needs to be fixed. I, at the moment, it might look like, I'm feeling too much. It's too much. It's so heavy. But I think that's because we, you know, attach things to it, put labels on it. As soon as you attach the label loneliness, then everything that is tied into loneliness, everything that is connected with that program, all memories of all, let's just say it like this. So, attached to the word loneliness, there's all the memories people have had connected to loneliness. So even if it was not loneliness at all, maybe it was just grief or fear of loss or whatever, you know. And that's all in this. Let's call it cesspool, the cesspool of loneliness. Yeah, I'm gonna sink in this loneliness. So yeah, you see, as soon as you attach the word loneliness to a feeling, the blah, And then, yeah, no, it's not just loneliness, it's also grief. Whoa, that's not a cesspool, that's like a whole swamp. So if I let go of the labels, if I just notice something wants to label it, something wants to, I just notice it, right? Yesterday, for example, which is not now, and it's clear that it's not now, because I can now look at those feelings there. I even recorded a video, which I don't know yet if I'm gonna publish it. I was actually thinking of sticking it to this video. So I have this video and then put this video on the end of it, but yeah. Yeah, let me just tell you about the video then. So what happened during the video? I also started talking about what I'm talking about now, and during while filming and expressing this, I felt relief, and yeah, of course, to the to the person that felt good. Ah, yeah. So, filming this, expressing this, it makes me feel better. Yeah. All yeah, I could label it now like distractions. And this is why I find it sometimes really hard to talk about these things. Yeah, you might have already guessed it. Because distraction is also a story. It's also. And maybe this is just, what we do here on this planet, in this reality, in this construct. Maybe this is why we chose to be here in this construct at this time or at these space time coordinates, to experience the 3D duality, heaviness, and lightness, or the 4D overview you get, like they both exist, or the 5D yeah, where it all just is. And then there's 6D, if you even let go of that isness. I also noticed while recording this video, my mind is like constantly yap 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 yap. Yeah, try to say it like this. Should you really be talking about this? Yeah, you're talking about again and not into. Maybe you should just share uh, what you went through. Show your vulnerability. I think this is what Tom was pointing at. Being vulnerable. But, you know, just being honest about this and exploring, investigating, looking into it like I'm doing now live on camera. And this is what while shift happens has slowly moved into the whole collection. It's awareness, being aware. So it's not awareness itself that is being aware. No, it's awareness that's also being watched, noticed. And I can explain it like this, like I know this, the awareness, the I am, what they call the I am state. And yeah, in the I am, there's still this whole experience of a individualized self, a person and a soul, and then the self with the capital S, and all of this is like, again, a thing. And then there's pure awareness, um, and that's just a pointer, because it's not awareness being aware of itself, but it's this awareness being aware of the awareness. And that could be very well a escape mechanism, a coping mechanism, a bypass. Yeah, I'm just gonna be here, just aware of awareness, resting in awareness, so nothing needs to be fixed. Well, if if you make it into a goal, then yeah, you already know there's the mind, there's the ego mind trying to make something out of it. But what I'm speaking into now is the pure awareness. I don't know if you know this story, this what all these gurus like Muji and so many others, they explain or they talk about or talk into. Ah, I was gonna say something, it's gone. Yeah, like that's the goal. No. The story goes that God, before he became into existence, he was just pure consciousness and not aware of itself. And to become aware of itself, it created everythingness. Um, so it could become aware of itself. That's just, also a story, a pointer, a way of an explanation. Even the whole thing, this too shall pass. That's also a tricky one. Because then you might be waiting for it to pass. You're not really being with it. No, you're waiting for it to pass. Yeah, normally at the end I do like a little speech. If you're new to this channel, blah 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 blah, playlist and blah and collection, and put the link in the description, and then there was this sudden realization. If you're new to this channel, this is the first video you watch, then I'm so curious what you make out of all of this that I'm sharing. Because if all of this is just concept to you, it might. Well, let's put it in a 3D way. You might get it, and maybe you even sense it, or you don't get it at all, and you might feel frustrated, or I also want this, but it's none of that. No. Even the expression "let go of the stories" is a story. Total surrender is a story. Just showing up is a story. Trying to make a point is a story. If I were to label this, I would say this is just me sharing, being me. While there is no me. It's just a guy, a talking head.